Scorn from Kepler Interactive drops players in an H.R. Giger nightmare encapsulated in a David Cronenberg wet dream. With little guidance, all you know is you are some tortured soul who is trying to escape this place that's not particularly populated, where everything looks like it's biomechanical. Scorn has an interesting art style. I'm not so concerned about saying that it is ripping off H.R. Giger. It's certainly inspired, but it feels as you're playing it that you are actually playing through a concept sketch of what someone would have dreamt up in the 80s or the 90s, but never had the tech to pull off. Now, I'll tell you straight up, I thought this was going to be a first-person shooter in the vein of maybe Doom 3, and it's not. There is combat, but there's mostly puzzles. And since this game wants to be immersive, you're going to have some patience. It is very convoluted trying to figure out where the game wants you to go next and what to do. You'll probably end up consulting videos. During my hour-long first impression stream, I finished one puzzle, and it left me scratching my head whether or not I was even going about it the right way, because, well, there was just so little indication that I was doing this right. I mean, look, the little egg I'm trying to move off to the side looks just like all the other ones, except it has two tiny little pin lights in it. Oh yeah, I'm sure if you're sitting at a desk this is obvious, but if you're a gamer who likes to sit on a recliner as I do and play games on their television, well, there just aren't very many devs making games with us in mind anymore, now are there? You know what, as tricky as the puzzles are, they are a welcome change. This weird 3D environment, you're going to be moving knobs about, messing with tendons that actually are control panels, trying to add pieces to your kit so that you can proceed through more rooms. After a couple hours of adjustment, you do get an understanding of how this world operates. I did mention the combat, and it's pretty bad. Your gun takes forever to reload. Checkpoints are ultra unforgiving because we don't want to have any HUD at all, so why not even let players know that there's a checkpoint to be saved? If you're low on health and you mistakenly use up all your healing abilities, or you run out of ammo, boy, you are screwed at times. Because the enemies track their spit at you better than you can shoot them, resulting in death loop checkpoints that'll have you proceeding perfectly because you can't afford to take any damage at all. Kepler Interactive went all in with the immersion and with the aesthetic, the sound. There's sound. Is there music? It's ambience noise that one would expect out of these surroundings. But storytelling, voice acting, all these other nuanced approaches we have to games today, we're kind of just missing out on. Seems to be the downside to anybody that is an indie dev. You don't quite have enough resources to test this out and see if it's that playable of a game. And working out a tutorial, writing out a script for a radio buddy, and hiring a hot voice actress, that stuff's not cheap. But I think Scorn offers relative fright, or uneasiness at least, and a fair challenge. Hell, this little guy over here paused from spitting in my face to kill me so I could work out this puzzle. And that, kids, is polite game design. I am playing Scorn on the Xbox Series X via Game Pass, where this is a fitting title. But at full retail price, not so much, giving its lack of replayability and brevity. Nonetheless, I give Scorn an 8.1 out of 10.
You just watched a video from my son. He's about 40 and lives in my basement, ladies. So subscriber and notify the bell for ringing.
Okay, I said what you wanted me to say. Now do the goddamn dishes.